everyone. Welcome to Podcats. I'm Tate, and I'm here with...
And I'm Jose, and I'm here with...
The Avatar. And Water Bottle.
Oh.
And you.
And you.
What's up, guys? Today, we're going to be talking about the cards that we have been shown for Avatar The Last Airbender, which releases next week. Well, pre-releases are next week. So, that means we'll be able to get our hands on these pretty soon. So, me and Jose are going to do what we usually do, where we have a couple cards that we've picked that we're excited about, and we're just going to talk about them. With that, Jose, would you like to get us started? Or do you have a thought?
The first one, I guess, if we wanted to... Wait, what happened here? First one I want to talk about is I want to first shout out Rico because he has a card in this set that he really, really wants. He really plays Arcades very, very well. Mm-hmm. He's got a pretty souped up Arcades deck. And they just printed up the Walls of Ba Sing Se. Yeah. It is an 8-mana legendary artifact creature wall with Defender and other permanents you control of Indestructible. Congratulations. Everybody now has a colorless Avacyn for their deck.
No, let me see this.
So other permanents you control have Indestructible.
No, okay. Now, but the wall's the only thing.
The walls aren't Indestructible.
That's
so
funny.
That's something to watch out for. So it's kind of a diet Avacyn,
right?
Angel of Hope.
Okay.
But yeah, Walls of Ba Sing Se, hilarious. A lot of people probably want to play it. This is your I can't buy Darksteel Forge. I'm going to get the Walls of Ba Sing Se instead. This is my I want my the rest of my friends to hate me. I'm going to play Walls of Ba Sing Se into Armageddon. This is I want my friends to hate me. I'm going to play Walls of Ba Sing Se into Blasphemous Act. Because it survives Blasphemous Act.
Yeah. Is this a legendary creature?
It is a legendary artifact creature wall. So you can't have two Walls of Ba Sing Se without jumping through a hoop. But what's hilarious is, and this is just hilarious and true of Magic cards in general, is what you can do to this thing. Because, like, now you can imprison... Like, just think about it for a second.
Okay.
You can imprison the Walls of Ba Sing Se in the moon. You can send the Walls of Ba Sing Se to jail with Palace Jailer. You can send it on a journey to nowhere because it is a creature.
Okay.
You can equip it with Helm of the Host, which is a good card to equip it with because now when you go to combat, all of your things have Indestructible, including the other Walls of Ba Sing Se's that you have. But now you have two of them, and one of them's wearing a helmet. I'm going to equip boots, Swiftfoot boots, to my wall so that it can have haste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just imagine all the things that you can do with your wall. Like, oh, I'm going to equip a Sword of Feast of Famine to my Walls of Ba Sing Se.
That's so...
I mean, it's not even like... I'm not even saying, like, good combos.
Right.
I'm just saying it's so weird.
It's funny. It's a funny thing to think about. Like, the wall of this impenetrable city having a helmet and a sword.
Yeah.
And giving all other creature... is it permanents or creatures?
Other permanents.
Permanents. Okay, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Lands,
okay.
enchantments, artifacts, battles. That's
good. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Now, what's hilarious is that you could argue that the whole plan of the Fire Nation to invade Ba Sing Se using that giant drill could have been thwarted by simply giving a +1/+1 counter to the Walls of Ba Sing Se, playing invert, like an invert spell to it, and then using a punch spell. Because you can just go, okay, cool. Now it's it's 131 for power toughness, and then you go, okay, Twisted Image, flip its power and toughness, and now it's a 31/1, and then you use any punch spell that says like target creature you control deals damage to target creature an opponent controls. Why didn't the Earthbenders think of that?
Because they're a little hard-headed.
Yeah. There's a lot of funny stuff that you can do now that we're in Universes Beyond. We can do a lot of funny stuff like that. Like I'm gonna use Deadpool to switch the text of the Walls of Ba Sing Se and like any of the mounts, and then use Cloud to mount the Wall of Ba Sing Se to like then attack some other folks.
Just wait until we get Star Trek this coming year as well, too.
Oh, my God.
All the spaceships we'll be able to get and, like, change their text. I never thought I would see Captain Kirk team up with Cloud, team up with Spider-Man, team up with, like, Aang, you know? That's a nightmare rotation.
Nightmare Blunt rotation. All right. We got to talk about that. Nightmare Blunt rotation, Avatar The Last Airbender.
Like the worst of the worst?
The worst of the worst. So first off, Azula.
Yeah, definitely Azula.
Right. Jet.
Yeah, Jet. Oh, I can't imagine them in the same room, even though they have been in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
Jet, Azula, Fire Lord Ozai.
Well, okay. So it's either Azula or Fire Lord Ozai,
Azula.
I think. Right? Because like if they're in the same room, Azula's not smoking that blunt.
Right. Okay, so who else do I think about? Judy.
Patij, the shaman that helps Aang unlock his chakras, but only because with everybody else in the room. This is the nightmare scenario here, where you have this one guy babbling incessantly about this thing, Azula being like, I hate this man, I hate the way he talks, and then Jet just at her throat too. And Judy just, there's no word Bossing say. Where were we? Oh yeah. What's your card?
My card. So mine is another legendary artifact. Please forgive me if I butcher this. It's the Planetarium of Wan Shi Tong. It is a 6-cost legendary artifact.
Yes.
You can pay 1 and tap it to scry 2. Mm-hmm. It also has the added ability whenever you scry or surveil, look at the top card of your library. You may cast that card without paying mana cost. Do this only once each turn. We both like surveil. We've played Mirko. We've been on the podcast and done a whole Mirko episode. I just like the idea of getting some more surveil support and actually giving us a pretty cool effect, even though we can only do it once, but being able to cast something without paying mana cost.
You do it on your opponent's turns as well. Because it says only once each turn,
right.
So you can do it on your opponent's turns.
So you just got to find a way to untap it, of course.
It doesn't tap to give it the thing.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't tap.
Yeah. So it's like whenever you scry or surveil. And remember, folks, whenever you see this happens after you already scried or surveilled so that you can move whatever's on top of your library to the bottom or keep it on top.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you just play cards that say like at the beginning of your of each upkeep, surveil or scry or whatever, or you play instants and sorceries or other card effects that whenever something happens, you scry or surveil. This is a pretty powerful card.
I like it. I think if I kept my Mirko deck, I disassembled it, I would have obviously put this in it. I thought it'd be a good card. So no, that's my card.
If we're on artifacts, let's talk about White Lotus Style. 4 mana artifact, enters tapped. Tap to add X mana of any one color where X is the greatest number of creatures you control that share a creature type or have a creature type in common. So, Krenko, looks like you're playing some... this Pai Show is what it's called, I believe. Yeah, so Krenko really wants the White Lotus tile. Any elf ball deck wants the White Lotus tile.
My human deck would be great for this.
Your human deck wants this.
Any token generator deck.
Honestly, I'd play this in Magda if my Magda deck was dwarf-centric, but it's not. But yeah, this is supposed to play off the idea that the allies are banding together underneath the White Lotus band. But holy cow, we just got Nykthos for... we got... Not Nykthos, because we already have... 3 Tree City is Nykthos for creature types. But we also have this now, which is, I guess, Nyx Lotus for creature types.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely good if you're running a bunch of creatures.
This is a pretty fun spell.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would want this in so much, but I definitely want it in some decks. Now, the limiting factor is that it's of any one color, so you're kind of limited.
It's great in Krenko because Krenko's mono red, so like that's great as it is.
But I would want to put this in like Miriam the Sentinel Worm because I'm making 2 dragons every time I cast a dragon, and dragons definitely need help casting spells or casting dragons because they're big spells. I guess the 1 mana or 1 color restriction is a little tough, but there are a bunch of mono red dragons, and so I feel like having this in that deck is pretty good.
Excuse me for a moment.
Okay, we'll cut this bit out.
Yeah. Okay, where were we?
We were talking about your card.
Oh, my card.
Your next card.
Okay, my next card I just find funny because I I hope I pull this one during pre-release. It's Avatar's Wrath. It is a 4-cost sorcery that says choose up to one target creature, then airbend all other creatures. Until your next turn, opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hand. Then exile Avatar's Wrath. This is funny due to the aspect that airbending says you can exile the card and then pay 2 to recast it. But this card also says you can't cast cards from anywhere other than your hand. So you can airbend all your other creatures back in.
Yeah.
And your opponents can't. So that's great for my Kyler deck where Kyler cares about humans entering. So I can just target Kyler, destroy half of my humans on the board, and then pay 2 to cast them all back and get more triggers.
Mm-hmm. Now, this casting cost, this alternative casting cost, is also discountable. Mm-hmm. And so if you have something that says humans cost 2 less to cast, like Urza's Incubator,
right,
then you just bring them all back immediately. And it's like, oh, we're gone. Oh, we're back. Hello. This is a sorcery, I believe.
This is a sorcery, yes.
Okay.
And you do have to exile it afterwards.
Is it until the beginning of your next turn?
Until your next turn.
So what's hilarious about this spell is that you can combo this with Knowledge Pool.
Okay.
Because your opponent can't cast anything from exile, or can't cast anything from other than their hand. So they cast a card from their hand. Knowledge Pool says exile that card, and then cast another card exiled with Knowledge Pool. Mm-hmm. So now it just says, okay, cool. I'm going to just pass my turn, and everything's going to come back to me. And so even though your creatures are entering the battlefield, right, like they might not have haste. This is a good way to like stop your opponents from being able to like cast stuff at all. And it's kind of like a comboed with that. It's a 10 mana take an extra turn spell essentially. Like sure, your opponents will untap and then draw a card. So if they're playing at instant speed, it's kind of a weird time spell, right? But like if you think about it like that, it's like, oh cool, with Knowledge Pool, it just basically skips your opponent's turn because they can't cast any spells. Well, they can. They just won't be able to resolve any spells, right? The other one is Possibility Storm.
Okay.
Because when you cast a spell from your hand, it exiles the spell and then exiles cards from the top of your library until you exile a spell that shares the type. And then you can cast that spell for free and then shuffle all the rest of the cards and put them on the bottom of the deck. Oh. So this says, if you play if you play this, then you play Possibility Storm, then your opponents are kind of like SOL for a turn.
Right.
And if they try to cast a spell, which is hilarious, right? They get to shuffle that card onto the bottom of their deck. Essentially.
Okay.
Because whatever. Yeah.
That's good.
Hilarious.
That's good. Yeah. Cool. Glad to know there's more uses than what I was thinking.
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Cool.
There's a lot of this.
Yeah. This is a card game. It's not like there's only one use for every single card, right?
Speaking of one use for everything, no, I'm just kidding. My next card is Firebender Ascension. It is a 2-mana enchantment that says when this enchantment enters, create a 2/2 red soldier creature token with Firebending 1, which means that whenever they attack, you get 1 red mana. Whenever a creature you control attacking causes a triggered ability of that creature to trigger, put a quest counter on this enchantment. Then, if it has 4 or more quest counters on it, you may copy that ability. You may choose new targets for that copy. Wowzers, do I really love having 3 attack triggers with Ishin.
Oh, gosh.
Or Wolfgar. Because this is a red enchantment, and those are both red identity commanders. And it gives you a Firebender to begin with to start off the attack triggers and stuff like that. This spell, I feel like there's some like mono red tempo deck or mono red like attack deck or mono red control in standard that wants to play this. Like Electro plus Firebenders plus this. There's something there brewing.
Oh yeah.
I feel. Firebender Ascension. And then even worse, this makes the whole like, oh cool, I'm gonna, what is it, Aggravated Assault, that enchantment that says you could pay 5 mana to get an extra combat and untap all creatures. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, it makes it easier. And so you're just like, oh, okay, cool. Like, by the way, folks, if you're playing some Firebender nonsense and you have at least 5 Firebending on the field, Aggravated Assault, 5 mana, make an extra combat after this one. As long as your opponents can't constantly block and kill off your dudes, boy howdy.
Yeah.
Firebender Ascension, really, really fun.
There's a lot of good red in this set. Like
I would hope.
I'm really excited just with the idea of firebending and getting mana during combat for it. Like I love that.
Speaking of good red cards, right? You have one? No, I'm just messing with you.
Yes, actually, there's one card that I'm
okay.
excited about because it's going to go into my Ezio Assassins deck. It's Combustion Man. He is a
Combustion.
Yeah, he's a 5-cost legendary creature human assassin. Whenever Combustion Man attacks, destroy target permanent unless its controller has Combustion Man deal damage to them equal to his power.
Now, this card was on my list because I wanted to talk about Combustion Man alongside effects because Combustion Man deals damage equal to his power. So Infect.
Yeah, Infect is a way to go about things.
Yeah, because whenever he attacks, it's essentially like having double strike if your opponent doesn't want that permanent destroyed. And so if you can snap give him Infect, then you're just like, oh, okay, cool. Now that you're choosing, well, you have to give him Infect before they choose to take the damage or not. But it's like, okay, if he's already unblockable and I'm destroying a key permanent, do you really want to take that? And so like, Grafted Exoskeleton plus him is like cool. If I have him unblockable, I'm going to basically destroy a single permanent every single turn that I can do that because you're not going to want to take 6 infect damage on top of 6 infect damage unless you're playing 2 at a giant. In that case, whatever. But yeah.
Yeah. I just like it because I also thought about putting him in Clive, and Clive is about like doubling damage and all that. So say he's already a 4, so say like, oh, his power is tripled. What's that? Oh no. And so it's like, do you want to take 12 damage or do you want to just let me destroy permanent at that point? So
at the cost of a fourth of your life. And even looking at it just from the this guy's a 6 mana guy, right?
He's a 5 mana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from like a standard Magic Gathering perspective, you are like going, do you want to lose 1/5 of your life or are you okay losing this thing? And is it a non-land permanent?
Whenever attacks, destroy target permanent.
Cool. So you can start picking off lands if you want. Hey, if you're evil like that, you can start picking off lands if you want to.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
He is a bad guy. So
he's what do they call him in the cartoon?
Sparky
Boom Boom Man. Yeah.
I
was going to call him Icky Boom Boom Man.
Yeah. I told the witch doctor, but yeah. And then in Commander, that's 1/10 of your life for a permanent.
Yeah.
And it's on attack. He's got pretty decent stats too. He's a
4/6. Like boy's thick. He could fight a bear like J. Jonah Jameson. He could fight 2 bears, 3 bears.
He could blow up 3 bears.
He could blow up 3 bears.
He could blow up 4 bears. No, wait. He can be killed by 4 bears, but he'll take 3 bears out. Anywho.
What's your next card, Jose?
My next. Speaking of good red cards. Standard All-Star, probably. Firebending Student. 2 mana, 1/2 with prowess. Firebending X, where X is this creature's power.
Yeah.
Yeah. This definitely feels like this definitely feels like VV is going to be a little nuts. Well, luckily VV says activate only as a sorcery.
Don't we have a ban list coming out this week?
Nothing about VV.
Yeah. Dang. Okay.
Yeah, it's coming out soon.
Okay. But, no.
But, yeah. Mono red aggro decks. This is like, oh gosh, Monstrous Rage being banned is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Because oh boy. This definitely makes it feel like you can play some suboptimal like pump spells too. Oh, I just thought of a gross card for 2 reasons. Because you got the Firebending Student, and then you can cast Turn Inside Out on them.
What's Turn Inside Out do again?
It's like it gets power. It gives them extra power. So like it's like, oh, okay, cool. So already it's like kind of busted because you're turning a 2 mana spell into basically like 5 mana, so it's like a Pyretic Ritual in combat.
Okay.
But I recall hearing the sentence in in a standard tournament once. I'm gonna cast this on my mouse. I'm gonna turn this mouse inside out and attack you with it. And it's like,
Ooh.
just the image. So here's my student that I'm gonna turn inside out to punch you with. Oh man, it's bad. Can we move on to the next card? I don't want to think about this no more.
Yeah, I can't think right now. What was the next card? Okay, here I have a funny card that I just want to bring up because I think it's funny.
Is it Secret Tunnel?
No, it's Sokka's Haiku.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a 5-cost instant lesson, and it says counter target spell, draw a card, then mill 3 cards, untap target land.
Yeah, that's a haiku.
It's a haiku within a card. It's a haiku. It's funny.
Yeah, I made sure to. So we have the sandwich sign at the shop that has all of our events on it. You should check that out. And typically, I have like a little blurb at the top, and for that blurb, I made it a haiku.
I just love also because so it's a 5-cost, but it's 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
And it's got the second row. It's got 5 words, but 3 still in there. It's funny. It's layered. It's like an onion.
It's like an onion. My next card is a little wordier than haiku. It is the Legend of Yang Chen.
Yeah.
This is not the first saga, or not the last saga I will talk about because I want to talk about the other one. But this one is a fun one. So it's a 5-mana enchantment saga. The first mode is. Or the first step is, starting with you, each player chooses up to 1 permanent with mana value 3 or greater from amongst permanents your opponents control. Exile those permanents. So you each choose a permanent. It could all be the same permanent if you want, but they can't be yours. So, if your opponents are very vindictive, they'll start picking each other's stuff. If they all work together, they'll just pick whichever one you pick.
Mm-hmm.
That way, only one thing gets exiled. So at worst, you're exiling one thing. At most, you're probably exiling X things, where X is the number of people that are playing in this pod. Then 2 is you may have target opponent draw 3 cards. If you do, draw 3 cards. So not only is it a political piece where you're saying, hey, you guys should help us figure out what's the worst thing on the board to get rid of and get rid of it. And if you do, I promise you on the next turn, I will let you draw 3 cards, or I will draw 3 cards, or hey, all together now, we need to demolish this one guy's board. And because I don't want to, screw you over in this game too much, in return, I promise that I will help you draw 3 cards, and I will draw 3 cards in return, right? And so, that one guy who's just like, oh, okay, cool. I had 4 permanents blown up, and then now 3 of them are going to be replaced. It's like, hey, sorry. And then her last mode is exile this saga, then return to the battlefield transformed under your control. And she transforms into a flying 4/5. Whenever you cast your second spell, you turn airbend up to 1 other target non-land permanent, which is that exile it. And while it's exiled, its owners may cast it for 2 rather than its mana cost. Boy, howdy. Does this feel like all throughout, this feels like the policing card.
It sounds annoying is what it sounds like.
It sounds hella annoying. And this goes into every control deck as if you're casting spells on other people's turns. Boy, howdy, is this a fun-looking card. Yeah. I'm definitely going to put this in Zedru. Because she's a political commander, group huggy style deck where I'm like, okay, cool, I'm doing stuff for other people. But yeah. Mm-hmm. That's Avatar Yang Chen. And then real quick, I guess I can talk about the next
Is it the mono blue Avatar?
Actually, factually, I want to talk about the Rise of Sozin. Oh. It's a 6-mana enchantment saga. First mode, destroy all creatures. Second mode, choose a card name, search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for up to 4 cards with that name, and exile them. Then that player shuffles. Note that it doesn't say non-land.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to be really, really evil, you could find a way to exile all that player's lands from their stuff. So you could just be like, island. Firelord Sozin said, islands need to go. This is how you ban islands in Commander, by the way, you guys.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
island, flicker this thing, add a counter to it, island, flicker this thing, add a counter to it. Right? There's got to be something somewhere where you're just like, I'm banning this card from Commander, and it's a land. Anywho. Last mode is exile it, return it to the battlefield, transform, blah, blah, blah. He is a menace firebending 3/5/5 creature that says whenever he deals combat damage to a player, you may pay X. When you do, put any number of target creature cards with total mana value X or less from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. He came, he saw, he conquered. Firelord Sozin.
Nice.
This card is bussin'.
Bonkers.
Now, I forget. No, this is not a legendary saga. And so it's like you can't play this as your commander, thankfully.
That is true.
But I would want to. Can I rule 0 the Rise of Sozin as my commander?
That's not a question to ask me. You should ask them.
No, that's a question to ask you because I will definitely ban all islands
No.
and plains
No.
and mountains.
I'm telling you, no, Jose. Stop. Stop. No.
Hex Parasite is a funny card.
No.
Yeah, Hex Parasite says you could pay X and then Phyrexian black mana to remove X counters from something. And it gets like a power bonus. People use it to manipulate their sagas
Okay.
so that they can get a saga ability over and over again every single turn. Just in case anybody
What
wanted
color is
something.
that? What color is that spell?
This is a black card.
It's a black
Rise
card.
of Sozin.
Yeah, okay.
Hex Parasite just also happens to be a black identity commander card. Can I rule 0 the Rise?
No, Jose.
I promise I want Demonic Tutor for Hex Parasite.
I don't believe you.
And then some sort of proliferate shenanigans.
I feel like you're
What
building.
is your next card?
My next card is Elemental Teachings.
Oh, yes.
So the moment I saw this card, I was like, Mike might want this card. It is
obviously.
Yeah, right? It goes in a little buddy named Meldrotha. This is a 5-drop instant lesson. It says search your library for up to 4 land cards with different names and reveal them. An opponent chooses up to 2 of those cards. Put the chosen cards into your graveyard and the rest onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle.
This is just 5 mana, whatever ungiven. Elemental Teachings, hilarious card. It will definitely be the 5th copy of that card in some decks, or 2nd copy of that card in some decks. I thought that other card was banned. Realms Uncharted.
Realms Uncharted, okay.
Realms Uncharted puts it into the hand. Oh, so that's different. This puts it onto the battlefield.
Mm-hmm, tapped, and then the others into your graveyard, so yeah.
So, just so you know, if your opponent casts Elemental Teachings and they choose Dark Depths and a couple of other lands, read those cards carefully. Because if you give them Dark Depths and you give them Vesuva, they will immediately make Merilage. Is Echoing Depths any land in your graveyard? Echoing Deeps. Uh-oh. You may have this land enter tapped as a copy of any land card in your graveyard, except it's a cave in addition to its other types. So, can we force the Merit Lage immediately? So if I choose Vesuva, Thespian Stage, Echoing Deeps, and the Merit Lage land, if you give me the Merit Lage land on Echoing Deeps, it enters as a copy of Vesuva. Yeah, that forces it. Cool.
Yeah.
Here's 5 mana, 20/20 indestructible flying.
Beautiful.
And instant speed.
Wonderful.
Not that it's crazy in Commander, right? Like, okay, cool. You made a 20/20. What's your next step? Here's my path to exile. Congratulations, you used a 5-minute spell to get 1 land and put 4 lands in the trash can.
Thank you for bringing that up.
But yeah, you know, if you wanted to immediately make Merit Lage, there you go.
Give me your next card.
All right. My next card is another green card. Speaking of good green cards, Badger Mole Cub. It's a 2-mana 2/2. It's a bear, but it's a Badger Mole. When this creature enters, Earthbend 1. Why is this a mythic rare? That is because whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional green.
Oh.
Leyline of Abundance is a hell of a drug. Badger Mole Cub. Wow.
This is the one that's been going crazy on Reddit, right?
I think so. People have been going nuts about Badger Mole Cub. This is there's that Reddit meme or it's not a Reddit meme. It's a comic that I've seen on Reddit where it's like a nerd looking through a card pack and he's like looking at cards and it's like Ultimate God of Destruction. He's like, this card is for amateurs. And it's like a 18 mana card that says you win the game if you play him. But it's like, when are you going to do that?
Right.
Right. And then the next card that he looks at is Trash Panda. It's like, you may eat garbage for free. And then he's looking at it in awe, like, oh, this is Trash Panda. And Avatar Aang is the God of Destruction or whatever.
Right. The Avatar. Badger.
Whatever. This card is clearly for noobs. And then Badger Mole Cub is like, whoa. This unlocks so much potential.
Prophecies have been foretold.
Yeah, hey, Omnath didn't need more pieces, but Omnath players, there you go. Whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional green. Luckily, this doesn't say whenever a creature adds mana to your mana pool, this guy gives you green, because that would go infinite with itself. Badger Mole Cub is good.
Yes, very much.
Yeah. What's your next card?
My next card is Seismic Tutelage. This is a 4-cost enchantment aura. Enchanted creature. When this aura enters, put a +1/+1 counter on enchanted creature. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, double the number of +1/+1 counters on it.
Oh, okay. Is this an uncommon?
This is a rare.
All right.
Yeah. I just like the idea of doubling counters that are on my creatures. And
I guess with the set that Earth bends, you don't want this to be an uncommon. But like there's another enchantment that's like Hydra aspect or something, where it like puts a +1/+1 counter on something. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, it gets another +1/+1, or it gets double the number of +1/+1 counters. It's it feels very reminiscent of that, which is why I was like, is that an uncommon? Because I believe that spell that I'm talking about is.
I'm sure there's an argument for this to be an uncommon. Like, yeah, it's not crazy good, but like it has its uses for sure. And
is this a lesson? Because it's called.
This is an enchantment aura,
but it doesn't have the lesson.
It doesn't have the lesson tagline now.
Because I was like, lessons are instants and sorceries, but I wonder if they made lessons into other card types.
No, it looks like they're just instances and sorceries. Because I don't think they're making any permanents into lessons.
Oh man, this card. There's a commander called like, it used to be a boogeyman, but now it's like, Uriel the Miststalker, which gets like +2/+2 for every enchantment on it, and then it has like hexproof or something. It's like a Naya enchantment, like enchantment aura commander that was like the boogeyman back in the day. Now I think it's Dogmeat.
Yeah,
because Dogmeat gets stuff back from the trash can, so it's like okay.
Yeah.
Dogmeat, fetch me earthbending.
What's your next card, Jose?
I got my Scornful Striker. She's a 2-mana 2/2. She's a bear. Human noble ally, legendary creature. With first strike, whenever player casts a non-creature spell, they lose 2 life. This includes yourself, so don't think you're exempt from this. And it does say lose 2 life, so lifelink doesn't help you here. Sorry. She's throwing knives. I don't know how you can throw a knife and get blood out of it unless you're a vampire, which only looks like a vampire, isn't actually a vampire. But yeah, this is a fun card. I feel like there's like mono black aggro decks out there that are playing like Cecil and like what is their name? The Dark Confidant.
Yes, Dark Confidant.
There we go. And then Peter's. Oh my gosh. Spider-Man's Luck.
Oh,
Parker Luck.
The Parker Luck. Yes.
There we go. Peter Luck. Parker Luck. Where you're just trying to like race to the bottom of your life total so you can flip Cecil and gain advantage on that. I feel like it belongs in those decks where you're just like doing the thing. Caustic Bronco. I'm going to saddle this snake horse with my Scornful Striker so that I can then Dark Confidant you with it. That's hilarious.
That's something you can do. Yeah.
That's something you can do. In Standard.
My Tifa deck's not going to do anything anymore.
No, it might. You get wins faster than these kind
True,
of decks
but like,
set up.
I'm going to double power y'all over like saddle, ride. Funny.
I don't know how much this deck would do well in Standard right now.
That is true.
Right?
That is very true.
There's something there, though.
I would love to see you build it. And I would like to see you pilot it and see if it actually does well.
Yeah, this like race to the bottom deck. You got Unholy Grotto too, the room.
Okay,
That,
yeah.
3 mana, like draw a card at the end of your turn and lose 2 life unless you control a demon. In that case, you drain your opponent for 2, and then it makes a demon.
Right.
There's something there. I don't know if you would want to play that in a deck that is also playing Dark Confidant, because that immediately makes you lose. What is that, 9 life or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you reveal it off the top, crazy. What's your next card?
My next card, it is just a uncommon one, but I feel like this might be like a card that like changes the tide of the game for some people. This is Daily Agents. It is a 5-cost creature, human soldier. When this creature enters, Earthbend 1, then Earthbend 1. Whenever this creature attacks, each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures you control with a +1/+1 counter on them.
Whenever an opponent attacks.
Whenever this creature attacks.
Whenever this creature attacks. What color is it?
It is green-black.
Dang, so I can't play it in Wolfgar.
Nah.
Dang.
Yeah. I feel like with the way Earthbending might be going, this is definitely one of those cards where you just sneak it in, and then you're like, okay, well, I'm changing the tide of the game now.
Yeah, this does feel like Earthbending's, what is it called? Grey Merchant of Asphodel,
Yeah.
except it's repeatable every single turn. I don't know how crazy this card is. It's 5 mana, so I don't know if it's going to be your top end in Standard, but it seems really, really fun in Commander.
Yes.
Lathril decks, watch out for this guy. Because, boy, howdy do you make a lot of tokens in Lathril.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, it's for each creature with a +1/+1 counter.
+1/+1. Yeah, not token, but with a +1/+1 counter on it. And
You can make
when
it
you
work.
Earthbend one, you automatically get a 0/0 with a +1/+1 counter.
Yeah.
So
2 of them, because you're Earthbending twice.
yeah,
That's an ETB trigger. So Panharmonicon, you get 4.
get 4. Yeah, you can add up quickly, especially if you throw in like a doubling seasons in there, stuff like that. Yeah.
Seems these. All right, continuing on. Day of the Black Sun. X and 2 black. Sorcery. Each creature with mana value X or less loses all abilities until end of turn. Destroy those creatures. And then there's some flavor text. That's the whole card.
That's all it is.
It's a board wipe,
Yeah.
but it's a board wipe you can control. So it's a one-sided board wipe for folks who play really big creatures. The thing to note is that it makes all those creatures lose abilities, so it gets rid of indestructible. Gets rid of regenerate.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, they can't regenerate. They can regenerate in response, and so it's the next time it would deal, I guess. But I don't know. It gets rid of those pesky keywords. You're just like, I don't want to deal with this. Oh, God. We're both Yanni today.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Anywho, but yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's a staple in most black decks.
And what's its cost again? It's a
2 and an X.
2 and an X. Oh, okay, yeah.
And so you get to modulate X. Yeah, most black decks that want to like clear out a bunch of like tokens and stuff, like it's just a 2 mana kill all tokens essentially. Right? If you pay extra mana into it, you get to control how much you're putting into it. I feel like if there's some ebb and flow in your CEDH pods, there's some reasoning to put this in there, because this does, like, if you have someone who's playing like an annoying amount of tokens and they are creatures, right? And it's just like, oh, okay, cool. I'm just gonna deal with those. Or if they play like a bunch of little guys, I think I'd pay 5 mana to get rid of all 3 drops. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if it prevents my 4 drops and up from being destroyed. I feel like there's some rules like wonkiness with this too.
Okay.
Like there's definitely some sort of thing where it's just like those creatures lose all abilities until end of turn. Like some layers thing where if you have a card that's like Eldrazi Monument, where it's like, okay, cool, it affects it in a previous layer, and so it'll still apply in the future layers, and so it still gives indestructible or something, which would be hilarious. Where it's just like, yes, I'm going to play Day of the Black Sun, and I'm not going to lose anything. It's like, oh, but they lose all abilities. And it's like, no, layers, buddy. It's like onions. There's got to be something there somewhere. And I want to dig deep and find it.
The nucleus?
Huh?
You want to dig deep and find it, the nucleus.
What, huh?
Never mind. Forget it.
Uniculus?
The nucleus.
Isn't that the water bottle brand?
Yeah, no.
Uniculo? Isn't that? I don't know. What's your next card?
My next card. This card, I think, if I were to build a commander deck for Avatar, this will be the one I build. It's Iroh Tea Master. Oh. He is a 3-cost legendary creature, human, citizen, ally. When Iroh enters, create a food token. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may have target permanent gain control. You may have target opponent gain control of target permanent you control. When you do, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Put a +1/+1 counter on that token for each permanent you own that your opponents control.
What colors?
It is red-white.
Ooh. Speaking of cards that go in Zedru, this now kind of cements that I need to start brewing up the Gordon Ramsay deck. I need to get like a Gordon Ramsay Morathon, a Gorathon, so that I can name like chefs or something with its card types, and then just like play a bunch of like food related stuff. And this is one of those where it's like, I have been missing drinks in my food deck, and so I could serve a meal to somebody in this case. So it's
right.
Like, yes, so I'm making all the foods. And then what's even cuter is you can have all the different food tokens. Be like, okay, here's my tea.
You need some hot dog tokens.
Your entree. And then I'm going to move those over to you. And there you go. There's your meal, sir. And then you can even get some equipment that's like a fork and a knife. And then grant them to your opponent. Because there is a knife in Murders of Karlov Manor, and I'm pretty sure there's some tridents or some forks.
Right, there's a bunch. There's several tridents, spears and stuff
and then
like
you
that.
give them to your opponent, and you're just like,
right.
Go ahead, eat. I served you a meal. It's my Exodia. Yeah, and then I'll just concede after
right.
we just like, okay. Oh, punch me in the face with everything.
You're not going to like insult them, backhanded compliment any kind?
No, I'm just going to serve.
You're going to serve a meal, okay.
And then, my tip for serving this delicious meal is vicious death in a commander game.
Well, who knows? We might get a Food Network Universes Beyond set. Who knows?
Oh my God! Give me the Alton Brown card.
Give me the Anthony Bourdain card.
We won't be able to get these cards. You got to sign off for the likenesses of these people if they're real people.
Well, just give me the Bourdain Anthony card.
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh, the Guy Fieri card.
What? Guy Fieri.
What's the mechanic that they did for Ether Drift? Gotta go fast. What's it called?
Max speed.
Yeah, just gotta give him like a card that's like called Diners, Dive-Ins, and Drives, and like you do max speed.
A saga that is Diner, Dive-Ins,
and Drives,
and then flips to make Guy Fieri on the other side, and he's like firebending 5 or
I can already
shit.
tell the Soul Ring for that set will be his shades.
Ooh. Soul Ring, where it's him holding up onion rings.
Okay.
Food Network.
What's a Universe Beyond that you would like to see that's like just too ridiculous to actually do?
Too ridiculous to actually do.
Yeah.
Like too ridiculous to actually do. I don't even know anymore because I thought they wouldn't do some of these Universes Beyond, and they did, and I'm just like, oh wow. So anything's on the table, right? And just like
Star Trek. Food Network is already like
Food Network is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I think a Cartoon Network Universes Beyond would be pretty legit.
I can see that being a secret layer for sure.
Yeah, definitely a secret layer. But like, I hope it wouldn't be like Cartoon Network Secret Lair and it's just all Teen Titans Go or whatever's on these days.
Right.
But I hope it would be like something like all the way, it stretches all the way back to like IR Baboon and Cow and Chicken and all those like the golden age.
Yeah, like Ed, Edd n Eddy, Johnny
stuff.
Bravo, Samurai Jack.
We can even have Camp Lazlo if you want.
Bro, I liked Camp Lazo.
Yeah.
That was actually a good cartoon in my opinion.
So back in the day when I lived in Korea for like the long stretch of time, we had actually in America like kind of moved past some of the golden era of cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
And in Korea, they were still playing all the like old bumpers and reruns and stuff. And so it was like, oh, wow, I get to relive this exact part of my childhood where all these cool shows are on. And when I came back to America, it was completely different. I was like, what happened? Where are all these shows? Right?
What was on around the time when you got back? Was it like Adventure Time?
Flapjack,
Okay,
Chowder, Johnny Test.
Oh, so like that was like the awkward phase of Cartoon Network. Like I love
Destroy,
Chowder.
Build, Destroy.
Oh,
Like,
when they
don't
would do
get
the
me-
live action stuff too.
Don't get me wrong. There were some good shows. Like I absolutely loved Flapjack and Chowder. But then when Johnny Test came on, I was like, what is going on?
Johnny Test wasn't even originally Cartoon Network.
I could believe that.
Nah, it was like Warner Brothers. Like it was like on their 4Kid channel for a bit.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was like a Canadian made TV show, and then they got picked up by Cartoon Network.
Huh. But yeah. I tell you what, you've never lived until you've seen Korean subtitles Drake and Josh.
Korean subtitle Drake and Josh.
I was hoping they would dub it because I think it'd be hilarious to see Korean dubbed Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
Like, what is it better in subs or dubs, Drake and Josh?
Drake and Josh is my favorite anime.
I want to see Korean dubbed King of the Hill.
Well, I believe the animation studio that they use is based in Korea.
Yeah.
So that would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
That's why people say that like King of the Hill is like an anime at this point.
It is an anime. Yeah. Also, Hank Hill could be Goku.
God damn it, boy. I tell you, that propane ain't got nothing on your Saiyan heritage.
Yeah. I don't know about them monkey tails.
Ooh, I would love to see a fight between Krillin and Bobby.
Krillin and Bobby. Who would win? Krillin versus Bobby.
Krillin. Actually, no, Bobby.
I think
Bobby would win.
I think at some point they'd settle their differences and go Grillin instead of
Oh,
Krillin.
100%. Yeah, I can see them like, yeah, let's just stop fighting.
Yeah.
They're too chill to actually fight.
I'm hungry. Let's go eat some food. I don't know what Bobby sounds like or says.
I don't know you. That's my purse.
Oh, Bobby would totally smoke Krillin. I forgot.
Boom.
Krillin has balls. Knock him right in his Dragon Balls and just over on the ground.
Got a Dragon Balls. Do.
Hit him with that one-liner. It's like, I'll do it again. Might not be today. Might not be tomorrow.
Jose, what's your next card?
My next card is Avatar Destiny. It's a 4-mana enchantment aura. Enchant creature you control. It gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard and is an avatar in addition to its other types. When enchanted creature dies, mill cards equal to its power. Then return this card to the owner's hand and up to one creature card milled this way to the battlefield under your control. So you just reincarnate.
Yeah.
And then you have this aura back in your hand. Now, this is, I feel like, really hilarious with, I really want to play this in a dog meat deck where I am food chain comboing in indeterminate way or something similar to food chain where I'm just like, oh, okay, cool, I'm sacrificing this creature because food chain is converted mana cost.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be a card that says like tap this creature to get mana equal to its like mana value or its power or toughness or something. It's somewhere out there. I know it exists or it's yet to be printed yet. But the moment it does, I'm doing some indeterministic combo with dog meat where dog meat like comes back out, it gets an enchantment from the trash can. Oh no, but this adds it back to your hand. Maybe I don't need dog meat for this.
No.
This feels like a really fun card. And I wanna break it.
You can break just about any card you get your hands on, Jose. You just gotta rip it.
Speaking of, you should follow us on TikTok where we play Flip or Rip It occasionally.
I don't know, bro. We got a lot of mean comments this last one.
That's fine.
I love
It's
reading
okay.
them because I'm like, are we the problem? Are we?
I have a solution.
We just reverse it and we're actually like, come watch us as
Oh my god! Hey, okay, cool. Don't steal this idea. We're gonna do a flip it or rip it where we play the whole thing backwards.
And that's just healing cards.
Yeah. Unflip it, unrip it.
Unflip it, unrip it.
We don't even have to film it. We just play a flip it or rip it in reverse.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post this the last one with Preston and be like, "Hey guys, we heard that y'all didn't care for this that much, so we actually went back and we fixed all the cards for you."
What is this? What's your next card?
My next card. So I think this card is the card for the set that's like you want to make an ally commander deck. This is the one you pick. It's going to be Sokka, Tenacious Tactician. He is a 4-cost menace with prowess. Other allies you control have menace and prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. And his colors are red, white, and blue.
No, I think allies want to be 5 colors. For sure. Because, like, Tazri literally exists.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that this card's bad.
Definitely not bad.
Because allies are in a weird spot right now where you want to play a good... This feels like you want to just play non-creature token shenanigans. This definitely goes into any Kaikar decks.
Okay.
Which say you can, like, sacrifice a thing to add a red mana, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you get a spirit. Like, all the same colors, all the same effects, right? Has prowess. This is your alternative to Kaikar so that you don't blow your opponents out of the water. So you're like, well, okay, cool. This is technically a 3.5 with Kaikar, but if I play Sokka instead, the deck becomes like a 2.5.
Okay, yeah.
Right? It definitely could see play in some ally decks, especially ally decks that have some cards, like some non-creature spells that they do want to cast to get incidental ally advantage out of it. But there are some black allies that you want to play, and there are some green allies that you want to play, because I know that there are some that just say, like, when an ally enters the battlefield, it does, like, put X plus almost encounters on this ally. Or there's the mono green one from Zendikar that says tap to add a man of any color for each ally that you have on the battlefield. So gets kind of nutty with that. Speaking of allies that you might want to play in a 5-color ally deck, Boiling Rock Rioter.
Yeah.
It's a 3-mana 3/3 firebending 1 human rogue ally that says tap an untapped ally you control, exile target card from a graveyard. Whenever this creature attacks, you may cast an ally spell from among cards you own exiled with this creature. So, one of the reasons why you want to play 5-color allies is so that you can play this guy to either get your allies back from the trash can, or better, exile all of your opponent's cards that they're trying to get. This lets you use your untapped allies to just counter any reanimation spell, because that doesn't say add sorcery speed. So, yeah, like, your allies are cleaning up garbage.
No.
Yeah, no. Sorry to poo-poo on Sokka's parade, but
No, I still think he could be a solid.
he's a solid commander.
Yeah, I think he's solid. But also, keep in mind, I've only been playing for about 2 years. I don't have the vast amount of knowledge as you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I have seen 5-color allies like multiple times, and like every time they print new allies, like Tazri like resurges and he's like, "Hello, I'm here," and then people realize that it's like diet slivers, and then they go, and then they put Tazri away, and then more ally, like this set is gonna be like, pick up your Tazris now, but this set will probably make it so that it's like, oh, okay, cool. What creature types does Sokka have, by the way? He's a human ally soldier? Warrior?
Human. I just passed him again. Dang it. Okay,
You ran away from him.
I ran away. Human warrior ally.
Okay. Yeah, that's something to pay attention to for all those folks who are playing the party up deck. That like that is a party member that you can have. Right? So there's a warrior for you. And then I just said a rogue. So you can party allies now, I think. Party mechanic allies.
Woohoo, let's go.
Yeah. What's your next card?
Oh, wasn't this just my card? I'll go again.
But then I did one.
Yeah.
In the middle of yours.
You're right, yeah. So my next card is Descendant's Path. It is a 3-cost enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card that shares a creature type with a creature you control, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. If you don't cast it, put it in the bottom of your library.
Is this in the Jumpstart set?
I believe.
Does it have the...
It's in Jumpstart, yes.
Yeah.
It is in Jumpstart.
So I hate to burst your bubble. This is a reprint.
It is a reprint?
Yeah.
That explains why it's good.
That explains why it's good. And it is not only a reprint, it is a reprint with a less superior artwork.
No, because we love artwork.
Yeah. So
support real artists.
the reason for this is because I think the previous artist was, yes, Therese Nielsen. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, that is actually gorgeous.
Yeah, put it up on the screen, future tape.
Okay. Boo, 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 boo. There's so much going into that, too. My goodness.
Oh, yeah. Dude, this lady, oh my gosh. Therese Nielsen. Mwah. So I'm sorry, but this...
I rescind anything I've said about this card. We don't need to talk about this one. It's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. The art is cool for the new Descendants Path. It is Aang popping a squat, but
it looks so good.
Yeah, Avacyn Resort is so like the
I would have
original
that
art.
hanging up in my house.
There's also the secret layer with
kitties.
Little kitties. Look at how cute. Look at this cat.
I can also put it up again.
Oh
Yeah.
future state. Put Descendants Path on the screen again.
Woo, woo, woo.
Now we're talking about the Earth King. He's a 4-mana 2/2. When he enters, you create a 4/4 green bear creature token. Note that this is not a legendary 4/4 green bear creature token, so that means that canonically that bear has died and they trained up another bear to replace him and trick the Earth King. Anywho, whenever one or more creatures you control power 4 or greater attack, search your library for up to that many basic land cards and put them onto the battlefield. Tapped, then shuffle. Boy, howdy do I like this guy in Wolfgar. Doubling those triggers and getting all my basic lands and then drawing nothing but gas. By the way, folks, this is your call to attention to play more basics. If you are playing too many non-basics, I'm sorry. If you are playing that, right? Like play more basics. There will be some folks that will punish you for not playing enough basics. Now, if you're playing CDH and you know what you're doing, don't worry about it too much. But if you're playing certain lands, you probably want to play a basic instead. A basic is an upgrade compared to a filtered land. I'm sorry, they're just better. Unless they're the filter lands that tap for mana from the original Orwin set, like Mystic Gate or Twilight, or like Twilight's Mire or something. I don't know. But if you're playing the one where it pays 1 mana to make 2 mana, dude, just play a basic. They're so bad. I have some in some of my decks, and I need to pull them out.
Take them out. I'm also super lazy when it comes to taking out cards I need to.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
But yeah, no, the Earth King, pretty good.
Yeah.
Making a bunch of bears.
I like bears. That's also one of the funniest gags I think from Avatar is this world where like there's multiple, like all the animals are spliced with different animals, and the Earth King has a bear, just a bear, not an otter bear, not a I forgot what else they're saying, but they were like
not a
like,
dog
just
bear.
a bear,
Just a bear.
just a bear.
Yeah.
One of the funniest gags I think from the show.
Also juxtaposed against all the other like rulers of each nation too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had Yue, Ozai, right? And then you have the Earth King.
The Earth King.
Right? Where it's just like, okay,
I have a bear.
royalty is different everywhere, huh?
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, he was the perfect king for the Dai Li and all that stuff. Spoilers for like a 20-year-old show.
Yeah.
Something like
yeah,
that.
2005.
Yeah. But like he's a puppet king.
A puppet king.
Yeah. Where it's actually the Dai Li that are in control.
Yeah.
And so they want him to be a muppet and an idiot. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I got like 10
Cool.
uncommons.
I have no more cards.
You have no more
I
cards?
have no more
We're going
cards,
to do a
so-
lightning round. So some of these cards, I always, whenever I open packs, always look through the commons and uncommons. I don't skip straight to the rare because I speculate on cards, and I don't speculate them on like in terms of like pricing and stuff like that. I speculate on them by if I held onto this card and I was looking for it 1 year later, and I needed it, I would want to have it, right? Like these are cards that are just like, okay, cool. I cannot pass these up because if I am building 50 different commander decks and I need a copy of them for each of my commander decks, I need them. Also, some of these cards are just bonkers in standard. Speaking of bonkers in Standard, Iroh's Demonstration. 2-mana sorcery lesson. Choose one. Deal 1 damage to each creature your opponents control, or deal 4 damage to target creature. We are already playing spells at 2 mana that deal 4 damage to target creature. Having the flexibility of choosing to do a one-sided, like deal 1 damage to each of your opponent's creatures, hilarious. This is a decent card. If you're playing Standard, you're playing red, it's probably is going into your sideboard, if not your main board, to replace some of your other cards to do the thing. That's not a good Standard card. Let's see here. Let's talk about some Standard stuff first while we're on here. Price of Freedom. This might not be Standard. This might, for me, be like a modern legal or modern card that I'd want to play. It's 2 mana, destroy target artifact or land an opponent controls. Its controllers may search their battlefield for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tap, then shuffle, draw a card. This is flexible. It hits both lands and artifacts, which you want to see. This might see some sideboard play in Standard, just because it pops any artifact and then draws you a card. This also incidentally hits some lands, so it's like, okay, cool. There's definitely some decks out there in Standard that are greedy with their mana bases. Remember, play some basics for cards like this. But yeah, so good card. Honest Work. 1 mana enchantment aura. Enchant creature an opponent controls. When this aura enters, tap enchanted creature, remove all counters from it. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a citizen with base power 1/1 and tap to add 1 colorless named Humble Merchant. It's
Wow.
another one of those 1 mana enchantments.
Does that flash?
No.
No.
But
okay.
Identity Protection is, I think, the other card that does a similar thing where it turns it into a 1/1 honest citizen.
Yeah, identity protection. Eaten by Piranhas kind of does that too, but it has flash. So
here's more 1 mana removal options for some of you guys out there. What sucks is that it's not 1 mana ramp because it's enchant creature and opponent controls, so you can't put it on your own dude to like tap it for mana. But whatever, beggars can't be choosers. Last Standard like cool card for me at least is Dragonfly Swarm. 3 mana X3 flying ward 1. This creature's power is equal to the number of non-creature non-land cards in your graveyard. And when this creature dies, if there's a lesson card in your graveyard, draw a card. Welcome back, Spellheart Chimera. Welcome back all those other cards that have X power and 3 toughness and flying, that like where X is the number of some non-creature or instant of sorceries in your trash can. It's good. All right. Now onto the cards that I'm like, hey, you gotta hold on to each and every single one of these that you probably find. First off, Ember Island Production. Create a token, 5 mana, sorcery. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except it's not legendary and it's a 4/4 hero in addition to its other types. Or you can create a token that's a copy of target creature and opponent controls, except it's not legendary and it's a 2/2 coward in addition to its other types. So, one, it's hilarious because it's the Ember Island Production. So
right.
It's like, okay, cool. If I pick your thing, I'm going to portray it as a coward. And if I pick my thing, it's a hero.
Right.
Right. But also note that it says it's not legendary. And so you get 2 copies of your commander. And it might even be bigger than your original commander because it's a 4/4. Boy, howdy, do I have a lot of commander decks where I want an extra copy of my commander so that I can do some crazy stuff. Muldrotha wants this because it says, well, not every Muldrotha deck wants this. It's not a permanent. But Muldrotha might want this because it's like, oh, hey, cool. A second Muldrotha means I can play 2 lands or 2 creatures or 2 enchantments. But yeah, like anything with like an at the beginning of your upkeep. Y'shtola probably wants this to get extra end step triggers. Gosh, you can do so much with this if you just like copy your commander. And like every single card that creates a non-legendary copy of something, especially an uncommon where it's like really easy to accumulate a bunch of these, I definitely want every single copy. Put this in Miriam to get a 4/4 copy of Miriam, which is almost, I think, the same stats as Miriam, the Sentinel Worm.
Yeah.
Whenever a dragon enters the battlefield, you get an extra. Because, hey, now that you've made a copy of Miriam that's not legendary, those also see all your other dragons.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Extra dragon.
Gross.
It's a gross card. Speaking of more cards that you want to keep a hold of, Shared Roots. 2 mana sorcery. Search your library for a basic land, put it onto battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Look up the price of 3 Wishes. Look up the price of all those spells that like three visits, three wishes. I think the only one that isn't like $3 or $4 is rampant growth. It's because it's been printed at common. It's been printed a lot, but like some of those 2-mana cards that just like get a land from your deck and put it on the battlefield are bonkers crazy. This is probably like for being an uncommon or a common or whatever, right? I'm not saying this is going to be like an $18 card, but this will be like a $3 card that you're going to be like, dang, I wish I'd kept all my copies of a year down the road when you're building your like 19th green deck, because you're just like, I don't want to spend another $3 for shared roots and 3 visits and 3 wishes, so hold on to your copies of shared roots or trade them into the store. They'll probably be worth something. But yeah, fun card. Oh, I missed a card that might see some standard play. Enter the avatar state, 1 mana instant lesson. Until end of turn, target creature you control becomes an avatar in addition to its other types. Gains flying, first strike, lifelink, and hexproof. We got hexproof back in standard. Maybe it has reminder text after it. But this is mono white, like, hey, prevent my creature from being targeted by removal. Like, you do this in response to some stuff. Good. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to see why it's good. Okay. Now onto some funky stuff. So for you 5-color ally players, gather the White Lotus, 5-mana sorcery, create a 1/1 white ally creature token you control for each planes you control, scry to. Now you're probably not playing mono white allies in 5-color allies, and so you're probably wanting to use more lands than planes. But hey, did you know there's a bunch of cards that say all of your lands are all land types until end of turn, or for while it's on the field, like Prismatic Vista, I think it's called, or man, there's just a ton of them. So that 5-color, like Leyline of the Guild Pact, and it's just like, oh, all of my lands. Wait, does that give them all types, or does that make it? No, it does, because it was played with Leyline binding. So, yeah, this says make 1 white ally creature token for every land you control if you control any of those. Which for allies really wants that to happen, because a lot of allies have when an ally enters the battlefield, do a thing, right? And so it's just like, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to do that thing a lot, just a whole ton. Just draw cards. There's one that says like an opponent mills, or a target player mills for the number of allies you control. Yeah.
Okay.
And so this could immediately win the game. Other funny cards. Sun Warriors. 4 mana, 3/5. Firebending X, where X is the number of creatures you control. And for 5 mana, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. This is also an ally. So, hey, yeah, you want to put this in your ally decks, because if you're going to make a bunch of mana, here's a mana sink for it. And each time you sink mana into it, you get another trigger to all your allies. This goes infinite with the ally that says tap to add a color of mana to your mana pool for each ally you control, and Intruder Alarm, and gives you infinite of any colored mana, because then you go, okay, as long as you have 5 allies, right? You tap it for 5, and then you create an ally. Intruder Alarm untaps that guy. Now you have 6. Then you tap it. Now you net 1. Rinse and repeat ad nauseum until you're done. And then you just have infinite every color mana, essentially.
Yeah.
And Firebending X Infinity. All right, and my last card.
Final card. This one I just wanted to talk about because it's funny. Zuko, Exiled Prince. 4 mana, 4/3, Firebending 3. Exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. I want a rule 0 that I'm able to play Aang in my Zuko Exiled Prince deck, so that I can exile cards until I find the avatar. And then, actually, I don't want to rule 0 it. Because if I tell my opponents that I'm not playing it, or if my opponents don't know that I'm playing it, and then I find it, I finally found the avatar. And then I lose the game because it's outside of my colors. And it's just like, oh, Zuko can't win when he finds Aang. There's something funny there. Some tragedy.
It's hilarious. This is not one of those cards where it's just like, hoard every copy of it, but I just want to mention it last because I think it's funny.
Yeah.
It goes good in Prosper.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Prosper players.
I'm personally just, I don't know why, but I feel like they cooked with this set compared to the most previous set.
I think Yeah, Avatar does feel like a little bit of a stronger set thematically than the Spider-Man set.
Mm-hmm.
But like at the same time, like the IPs are really, really different, right?
That is true. Yes.
Where like Spider-Man, it's depth of flavor in its quantity instead of its like actual depth.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like because like there's so many multiverses and so many different rules that are like different, right? Like some Spider-Men need web launchers and some Spider-Men don't need web launchers, right? And then there's some Spider-Men that like have different technological capabilities. So it's like really, really different. Whereas in Avatar, you have this single solid universe that has like very, very deep connections and like abilities and stuff like that. It's very, very like easy to nail down. Whereas Spider-Man, it's kind of nebulous, or dare I say, webulous. But yeah, so it's like it's kind of hard to pin down the quintessential flavor and essence of Spider-Man. They've done it a little bit with some of their cards, but like it's so much easier to nail.
I think that's not entirely true for Avatar, because we are getting a new TV series that takes place in the future of Korra pretty soon, and Korra is vastly different from Avatar. And
this set only focuses on
I know, but if we're
as
going
opposed to Spider-Man's X multiverses.
Fine, yeah, okay, if we're talking about the extra, yeah, you're right.
Right. So like that's the thing where it's like it's easier to nail something down when you look at the story and you're like, oh, okay, cool, which is kind of the reason why a lot of people gripe about Legend of Korra, because it's like, well, they was only slotted to have one season.
They were only slotted to have
poured
one
their
season.
Heart and soul into that one season. When they're like, you get an extra season, they're like, okay, we can only pour so much heart and soul into something. Can you tell us how many seasons we're gonna have? And they repeated that over and over again.
To when they finally get their last season, it was put online.
So it's almost like if you have focus, sometimes that focus can drive you to create good things. And if you lack focus, can I get Uncle Ira to say these words actually? If you have focus, then it's really easy to hunker down and create beautiful magic cards. If you lack focus, though, I don't know where the rest of that sentence is.
Have tea? I don't know.
Yeah.
We should have had tea while we did this.
Oh. We did last time.
We did, yes.
Yeah.
I could have brought my Frankenstein tea that I have.
Oh, man. Now we're going to have to do a series of videos where we compare what we thought versus what actually came out. Like, because I know we nailed some of the color combinations.
We did do that with the...
I don't think we expected Toph to have red in her color identity.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? I think we said something like black and green. Yeah.
Yeah, we did say black or green. I was also surprised by the Azula, the Demir Azula.
So Demir.
But yeah.
Oh, buddy. There are so many commanders in this that are so busted, too.
I know.
That Grixis Azula that, like...
yes.
Oh, my gosh. That gives you double spells while she's attacking. Do you know that she's still attacking at the end of combat after she's done damage?
Really?
Like before you start doing stuff. So it's like, or before you start going into your main phase 2, she's still considered attacking.
Good to know.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And so it's like, oh, cool. After I've done damage, after declare blockers, it's still considered attacking. So you get double stuff. Now, people are like, oh, pump spells. And I'm very much in the camp where I'm just like, oh, buddy, but if I had Shimmermere and a bunch of artifacts and I just get double of those, oh, buddy, now we're cooking with Crisco. Mechanized production, Azula, let's go. Iroh that gives all of your cards in your graveyard flashback and all lessons flashback for 1. It's just the like clunkiest freaking like lesson based storm deck where you're just like, I'm gonna mill myself, I'm gonna cast some spells, I'm gonna mill myself, I'm gonna cast some spells. What is the other like legendary Toph? That these are all cards that I only didn't bring up earlier because people have already beaten these cards.
Right.
The Toph, the first metal bender, where you're just like, oh cool, artifacts are lands, and I earthbend at the end of turn, so I'm gonna earthbend this like Ugin's Nexus and then sacrifice it to Kark Clan Ironworks to take an extra turn, and when it gets exiled, it comes back. And oh look!
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
infinite turns with that and Gonti's Aether Heart if you get enough energy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Mindslaver infinites with Toph in 1v1 commander where you're just like, cool, I'm going to use Mindslaver, and since I earthbended it, it's coming back. And also, thank you for participating in Toph's mind control game.
Yeah, Toph is definitely the one that people were talking about the most for sure. That and that Badger.
Oh yeah.
But I'm very excited. But we have a pre-release next week, right, Jose?
We do. We have a pre-release on the 14th and 15th.
Yeah.
On the 14th at 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. and on the 15th at 1 p.m. Come join us for Avatar: The Last Airbender pre-release. You can save $5 by entering beforehand and ordering your pre-release kits now. First come, first serve for all those kits. And then additionally, you can save an extra $5 by joining us on Patreon by becoming a $50 Patreon member and getting that $5 off an event each week. And so save $10 in your pre-release and also get some extra benefits. Look for us at patreon.com/fatcatsgaming to see all the benefits there. If you enjoy our podcast, just join us on the $3 tier. We'll post some we should post more of the outtakes and stuff on there where we're just like goofing around. It's like that's for the Patreon.
I can seriously just put the fully unedited one on there.
And maybe depending on what conversations we had when we cut stuff out, like when I answer phone calls. That would suck if I had an embarrassing phone call that just got left onto the Patreon and just like, not that I have this, but it'd be like, oh, your hemorrhoid cream is now back in stock at Sam's Club. It's like, oh no. It's like the classic example.
Right.
Yeah. I don't actually. I promise.
Nah. But yeah, join us next week on the 14th and 15th for our pre-release. But other than that, Jose, thank you so much for coming on, sharing your cards with me.
Thank you, Tate, for showing up and then sharing your cards with me.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
See y'all later.
Bye.